feel like the last 24 hours, we've really heated up the conflict in the UK. How are you understanding what's happening?
I think we're largely ignoring it. I think it's become a battle between Europe and the UK, and I think people are accepting that it's probably not globally market moving. It's going to be important for European companies, UK, but as a whole, it's a spat that I think people have become comfortable with. You know, if you go back, lots of companies already made transition plans. I think those transition plans occur now no matter what happens.
Okay, we'll talk about investors taking it on the chin here as well. Take a look at this chart here, and it's the Italian Bund spreads, the BTP Bund spread headed into the elections. I mean, nothing. No one seems to be freaking out.
Right, it's funny because you get all these stories about the Italian election, the possible bad outcomes, and yet that spread's down, right? German Bund yields have been going up. They're, I think, responding to hawkish statements, and Italy's ignoring this risk. I think there is a risk, but I think, you know what, we saw it in Brexit, we saw in the French elections. The ability for Europe to act as a cohesive unit or hold together with central bank help remains very high.
So how are you playing it?
Again, I think I'm not going to let it interrupt my bullish case. I think right now we're a little bit bullish, largely based on what we're seeing with Powell. We're seeing growth out of Europe. I just think there's not going to be enough to roil the system. And what I've been watching is European bank spreads have been widening a little bit. We'd look to buy European banks. I think people forget they've now had 5 years of balance sheet repair, even the weaker banks. I just don't see the problems being there.
But you're bullish. Compare and contrast Europe with the United States. More bullish where?
I'm probably getting more bullish Europe only because it seems everyone now hates Europe. It's become the trade of the day as hating Europe appears to be. And I'm not quite sure why, especially when so many of the companies are global in nature. If it's a bet on the euro, that to me is separate. Take away the euro risks, I think you're going to see higher percentage returns out of European stocks.